What's good? It's Jordan. Today I'll be talking to you about negativity sells. See, in this world that we live in this modern age, especially with social media, media platform, and publications, we have to understand that negativity sells. We have to understand that in this world, there's a lot of people who have been through many various negative situations, more than positive situations, and they've then took the time out of their lives and their days to actually cling on to negativity. We have to understand with dealing with people, everybody goes through their own issues, everybody goes through their own problems, and many fail to realize that they can get over that negative hurdle that they may have been in. Sometimes people decide that they feel like there's no way for them to get out of their negative hurdles, and they decide to then cling on to negativity more than positivity. You'll see it in media platform publications, in your own personal lives. You'll see it everywhere where people have now clung on to the idea of just being more relatable to negativity and not positivity. You'll start to see many people decide that they want to actually partake in these negative ideologies due to the fact of the matter of not having any positive moments in their own personal lives. We'll also see that in this life there are people who just like the negative aspect of things because it's entertaining. People like to be entertained, so they would rather cling on to negative ideas and ideologies because they're negative themselves and it's entertainment to them. It's fun to them. It's fun seeing other people fail. It's fun seeing other people fall. It's fun seeing other people go through struggles. Why? Because they've been through struggles themselves and they can only see that as a positive way for their own sense of entertainment. We have to understand that in this life we're going to be dealing with many various different things, many various different ideologies. And if we cling on to the idea that negativity triumphs over positivity, then we will never get out of the negative hurdles that we may have in our own personal lives. We have to break free from the chains and the barriers in our minds. We have to break free of the barriers and change that stops us from actually moving on, moving forward, moving ahead, and changing our mentality. You see, when we cling on to the idea that negativity sells, then we start to do things in this life that are negative because we want to make resources and we want to make monetary gains through negativity. That's why when you see on social media and platform of publications, you're only seeing more of the negative aspects of social media instead of the positive aspects, because they know that when they show you these things, you are more entertained by the idea of negativity. You're more entertained by the idea that somebody else may be going through something more negative than what you may be going through. And many people do this subconsciously. People will do this subconsciously, and others will do this knowingly because they're fine with living in the negative mentality and mind frame. We all have times in our own personal lives where we actually are cling to drama and negativity, and we feel that drama and negativity makes us feel alive, makes us feel entertained. But just removing ourselves from that mentality can actually help us far much more in this life today. For example, I was on social media the other day and I saw a video where two men were speaking and one man decided to throw the other man into the garbage. See, in the comment section of this video, you saw many numerous people laughing, many numerous people just being excited and happy that that situation happened. But for me, I took it into my own account to actually look at the mentality behind why this situation was happening. How we can feel good about somebody being thrown into a garbage can, and how we can actually laugh at these things instead of actually looking at the minds of people and understanding why somebody would throw somebody else into a garbage can. And when I started to realize that negativity sells, and I started to realize that in that situation, one, that wasn't a positive thing. Two, there were so many viewerships behind that, and nobody was actually calling it out and saying that this was wrong. This is a situation that is happening time and time again. You may be on social media and you may be seeing fights going on and occurring, and you see the viewership is off the roof. You see comments are off the roof. But when it has something to do with being positive and wanting to make actual change, you do not see high viewership, you do not see comments on it, and you do not see people actually wanting to make the change. Why? Because living in negativity is much easier. Knowing that somebody else has it harder than you is much easier. Knowing that you're better than somebody else is much easier to live with. And many people live with these ideologies, and this is the programming of social media. And myself used to have this ideology when I was far much more younger, but then I started to realize and understand that you're only destroying your own brain and your own mind following these things and actually keeping up with these things. You may see negative media coverage in other countries about wars going on, things as such, and people may be inflamed and engulfed and happy because these things are happening. You may see drama on podcasts about gender wars and what role this gender may play and what role that gender may play, and how both of these genders aren't able to actually work together. And this is plagued amongst society time and time again in negativity, because they know that when it is negative, your viewership will be there. I could even come on social media and just be negative and start drama with other people and just use my platform to just derail and destroy other people, but that does not make me feel better, and that isn't going to make somebody else feel better, because there's people out there that actually take these things personally. There's people out there that will actually deal with you for acting in this manner. But majority of society is passive, and majority of society hasn't actually had severe consequences for the things that they've done, only minor consequences. So when you see these things in the media, people feel as though they can get away with it until real consequences occur. But there's actually people that will actually deal with you for acting like this, for doing these things, for moving in these ways. Even on social media, you may see in other countries there may be gang violence that's going on, and people monetize these things and exploit these situations instead of trying to put a halt to these situations, instead of trying to stop these situations, because they want to make monetary gains. And when you start to put the negative things into social media on a higher spectrum, then people are going to only cling to the negative things and not the positive things. And we see this time and time again within media. Nobody tries to stop it. Nobody tries to hold these people accountable. And these people continuously make resources and gains off of viewership of negativity. But what we should do in this life is understand that negativity is only destroying us. It's only destroying generations to come. And we have to understand these things early, because if we don't understand it, it will continue to destroy us. We have to understand that we've been used as a tool to destroy each other through media, platform, and publications. But if we use our platforms to spread positivity, to do better, then maybe we can change the narrative. So today, I'll be leaving you with this scripture, and I hope that this scripture can help you in your daily personal lives today. Ezekiel 18:20. The soul who sins shall die. The son shall not suffer for the iniquity of the father. The righteous of the righteous shall be upon himself, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon himself. I hope that today in this life you can understand the importance of walking in positivity, the importance of walking in leadership, the importance of walking in strength, and understand that it's going to be hard sometimes to do the right thing. It's going to be hard sometimes to walk away. It's going to be hard sometimes to walk in the righteous path, but the righteous path is better than walking in the negative path that leads to destruction on this life today. I want to thank you for watching. Peace.